All right. I think we did it, everybody. Okay. Happy Thursday. Big waves to you. Give me a big, come on, get those hands going. Woo. All right. I think I told you yesterday, Ashley Paulson, the amazing Ashley Paulson, is going to be with us through the end of the week. And which is tomorrow, crazy enough. Wow. Has this week flew by, Brenda Carlton. All right. Well, let us know if it's your birthday. And I picked this word today. Okay. And I picked this word for a lot of reasons. I'm in California right now. I fly out tomorrow. Um, I'm on the road until May. I don't know if Peyton's on here right now, but when I left. He said, "Dad, when you coming back?" I said, "In May." I think is when I report back. So we got a lot of people to see and a lot of good words to get out, and I'm so blessed to get to do that. So as I was thinking yesterday, and there's a lot going on, um, the word was gift, gift, and I'm going to try to say this really quick and turn it to Ashley, but I gave it a lot of thought. So I got up at probably 4:30 Pacific time this morning, and I was just looking through, really thinking about gift. Like a gift is something willingly given to another person without expecting anything in return. You know, Ron, you sent me a gift recently, and he didn't expect anything in return. He sent it, and it's sitting like right there on my desk, right? My mouse right on top of it, my computer mouse, just so you know. So, and I'll forever cherish that because he thought of me to do that, and so he didn't expect anything in return, and the message he sent me meant a lot to me. But I want to give you just a short talk on gift. When most people hear the word gift, we think of what? A box, a bow on it. But that's not the most powerful gifts. The most powerful gifts don't come wrapped. And I thought about us, like a gift can be a smile when someone feels invisible, a laugh that breaks tension in a hard moment's a gift, a hug when words aren't enough is a gift, a phone call that says, I was thinking about you is a gift, a text that reminds someone they matter, John, it's a gift. Stepping in to help when no one asks you to. The lady that's loading her groceries up and she's got five kids dangling on her, and you stop by to say, let me help you put those in your back of your car. That's a gift. It's unwrapped, but a lot of times it means the most. We all have gifts we can give every single day. And here's the powerful part, they don't cost you anything, but they change everything. And I believe that the world does not just need talented people, it needs generous people. People that's out there flooding the world with gifts that does not cost a dime. And you or I might not realize it, but you are somebody's breakthrough today. It's your kindness, the gift. It's your encouragement that's a gift. It's your presence that's a gift. Never underestimate the simple things. Simple gifts often carry eternal weight. And I'm going to say this, I don't even know if she's on here, but Karen Hill sent the sweetest message to Andrea yesterday, and Andrea was telling me about that message. Now, I'm sure you've sent many of messages to Andrea, but I'm just sharing this one. I'm not even going to share the message. It doesn't matter. But here's what matters. She gave her a gift through a message that meant so much that she was willing to tell another person, like, wow, didn't cost her a dime, but it cost her a little bit of time. So I'm going to give you this. I'm going to turn it to Ashley. And I hope the action is who can we bless today with our gifts? There's a single mom sitting alone in a youth baseball game. Now, what they didn't know is she just lost her job that week. And her kids are out there playing and she's worried about groceries. And she's quietly trying to hold it together while cheering for her kids and their friends. But see, there was a guy that noticed. He noticed something seemed off. He noticed it wasn't dramatic. He just noticed that she was quieter than normal. And instead of ignoring it, like so many times I do, I'm guilty of, he walked over and said, "Hey, I hadn't seen you smile today. You good?" She brushed it off at first, but he sat there beside her and he began to listen. Not preaching, just listening, just being present. Before he left, he handed her a $50 grocery card and said, "This isn't charity, it's community. It's what we do for each other." So I share that with you. And I'm going to turn it to Ashley. That small act didn't just help buy her groceries, it restored her hope. And what that tells me is what she walked away with was she felt like she received oxygen from the guy that helped her get through the day. There's people like that surrounding us every single day for us to go give our gifts to. And I hope today this for me is reality check. Brent, don't miss the moment when it passes you today. So Ashley, I'll turn it to you.
Love that. So, so powerful. Uh, as Brent sent me the word and I started digging into it, when I think of the word gift, a lot of times it's easy to give a gift, but sometimes it's hard to receive one, right? Have you ever thought about that when you're thinking about someone and it's easy to send them something, but when you get one, it's like, oh my gosh, thank you, or you didn't need to do that, or, right? And so sometimes when we receive, we're always used to giving, but be open to receiving as well, whatever that gift looks like, whether it's a box or whether it's what Brent just talked about. But I'm going to start with a quote, and it says, "The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away." And so, really, just kind of on the same path. And it's funny because we didn't even really talk about what we were going to talk about, but I thought about gifts and your talents. Your talents are gifts. Your story is a gift, right? Vicky France, your story is different than my story. So your story is a gift that you share with others. Everything in the system of growth, people's before and after pictures, people's stories, it's a gift. It's a gift for themselves. It's a gift for us to share with other people. So really just focusing on creating your story and knowing that your story matters, no matter how small you think it is, right? I always tell people, if you've lost 2 pounds on our drops, you have a story here. You don't have to have 40-pound weight loss to have a success story. Okay, so your story matters and it's a gift. Even in your hard seasons and in your hard moments, those moments can become gifts to someone else. We've all dealt with life. We've all dealt with loss. We've all dealt with grief. We've all dealt with a lot of things. In those hard seasons, that's when it makes you strong. That's when that, like, you become strong and you become, right? That when you look at that person in their journey, they just didn't get to the top. They went through the hills and the valleys and the ups and the downs. And realizing who you become in that person is your gift to someone else when they do need that. And you don't compare gifts, right? We just steward them. But really, too, you're just a gift to your entire family and your workplace and your community. I was thinking about this just with our community here. It's maybe your presence is a gift that smile that lights up someone's day. Maybe it's the way you encourage someone, whether it's a team member, or whether it's a family member or a friend. Okay, so really just showing up consistently, not just for other people, but also yourself is also a gift. It's not just about our products, it's not just about our company, it's not just about our comp plan, but really when you look at yourself, the gift that you're giving others is your energy, your story, your belief, your resilience, your consistency. That's your gift that you give to others. Could you imagine if Brent Palmer 15 years ago wouldn't be here today? A lot of us wouldn't be here today. And it's his belief and his resilience and his consistency that gifts us out all right now. So your gift isn't random, it's assigned, right? And sometimes that gift is disguised as growth. Discipline is a gift. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. Sometimes it pushes us out of our comfort zone. But it's truly a gift when you take a step back and look at it. Delay can also be a gift, right? Sometimes that delay in our minds, we're like, oh, it just needs to happen right now. Oh, if it would have happened just yesterday. But sometimes that delay and God's timing is your gift at the end of the day. A lot of times I always encourage myself and my team, like, there's a reason why this is happening. So sometimes the delay, even in the moment, even when it's hard, it's still going to be a gift at the end of the day. Something good is still going to come out of it. Your stretching seasons are gifts, helping us become that better person. So when you're naturally like giving your energy and giving your belief and doing all that stuff, stop trying to be like everyone else. Okay. When you fully show up as you, that's your gift. You're giving what you have, you're giving what is inside you. And a gift ignored shrinks, a gift used multiplies. So think about the gifts today. And I want to challenge you today as we end the week. I want you to identify one gift that you've been playing small with. And I want you to use it intentionally today. Whether it's just that text message, whether it's you have a friend and you do want to mail them a surprise in the mail, right? Because sometimes when we get those. So I want you to identify one gift that you've been playing small with, and I want you to complete that today. Okay, that's your challenge. So gift was just super. A lot of times, like you said, Brent, we think of that box and we think of a present and we think of all the things. And yes, that's fun. But when you take a step back, our energy, our story, our belief, our resilience, our life, our story, it's all a gift that we give to others. So thank you so much for having me on this morning.
Ashley, thank you. I mean, this was a great word for me. So I don't know. Maybe it's where I'm at right now. I got to share this because Ashley, so I made a commitment because I was really good friends with Suzanne, who it's her celebration of life today, and Trish and Jeff said we in the comments they just said this. My family and I started giving 10-second hugs to each family member. I want to share with you, Trish and Jeff. Last night I was setting up the celebration of life that's today, and for Suzanne, and there were all these pictures of hugs going on that Andrea had taken over the last year. Like, and it was people like every time they get together, it's like Ashley, they were like, hey, let's take a picture of a hug. And what a blessing it was last night for the family to have those memories, right? So taking time to give the gift in the moment, in the present, we never know what a blessing down the road, right? And so what it was for me, and that's where the gift came from. I'm like seeing the family, I'm seeing what they're doing, and I'm sitting back, taking it in, trying to help out, lift tables and do the things we were doing. And I'm like, that's what it's all about. Like the world needs more people out giving gifts that does not cost money, just cost a little bit of time. We can make the world a better place. So, guys, thank you for being here today. Happy Thursday. Let's go rock it. We'll see you back tomorrow to close out the week. And Ashley Paulson, thank you. Thank you for
God bless you.
giving.
Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you,
Ashley and
Brent.
morning.
Great word today.
Guys,
Good
grateful
word
for you.
today.
Praying for you today,
Let's go
Brent.
give gifts.
Good day, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, grateful for you.
Good day, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. This was wonderful.
Love you guys.
Happy Thursday.
Happy
Happy
Thursday.
Thursday.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank